Hello beautiful souls, welcome to my channel. In today's video we're doing a pick a card tarot reading on your prediction for the month of July 2024. So I'm very excited for this video and for you to see what is coming ahead in the next month, and we're going to have a look specifically at the overall energy of the month, any possible challenge or obstacle that you might be facing throughout the month, any hidden influence or factor that you might be not aware yet, any unexpected surprise, blessing or opportunity coming through, as well as the all outcome of the month of July. So I'm very excited for you to hopefully get some inspiration, some support, and maybe some guidance for the upcoming month. So before we get into it, just a small disclaimer that this is a general reading, so please only take with you what resonates and completely leave out the rest. So for this reading, we have 4 different piles that you can choose from. You can choose either from the number of the pile or from the crystal associated to it. As always, listen to your intuition and feel into which pile you're most drawn to. If you're more of a visual person and to choose you like to have a better look at the crystal, we're going to have a look right now at each crystal up close. So for pile number 1, we have this piece of, I always get the name wrong, Spirit Cluster Quartz. So this is the crystal for pile number 1. Then we have for pile number 2, we have this piece of Lapis Lazuli. Not quite sure if it's pronounced Lapis Lazuli, but I do pronounce it as Lapis Lazuli. You're welcome to let me know. And this is for pile number 2. And for pile number 3, we have this piece of crystal or quartz. And this was pile 3. And then for pile number 4, we have this piece of citrine. So if you need more time to make a decision, you can pause the video and take the time that you need in order to find the pile that you're most drawn to. And once you're ready, you can scroll down into the description box or the comment section to find the pile that you chose. And I'm looking forward to see you there. Bye. Hello pile 1. If you chose this piece of Spirit Cluster Quartz, then this is your reading on your prediction for the month of July 2024. So very excited to see what we have coming up for you. So we're gonna go directly and just place first all the tarot cards. And we have the Queen of Cups. I'll tell you in a second also what they mean. The 5 of Pentacles. The Death card. The Strength card. And the Hangman. Wow, we have 3 major arcana already. Beautiful. Powerful month coming ahead for you. Okay. So I just feel like it's important for me to repeat that, as I mentioned in the intro, just keep in mind that this is a general pick a card reading on YouTube. So please only take with you what resonate and completely leave out the rest. So we're going to have a look at the first cards, which are the overall energy of the month of July. So we have the Queen of Cups, as well as Slow It Down, as well as Dress with the Divine and Femininity. Beautiful. I feel like the overall energy of the month of July for you is really kind of focused on tapping more into your intuition. I feel like there is like a drive as well towards healing by really taking things more slowly, give yourself more time. And I feel like what comes through as well is nurturing yourself more, and to find like what it comes through is like almost a key or like a way to blossom more into yourself, into your gift, and what you want to bring into the world and manifest into the world. So it feels like this focus on kind of more diving into yourself, into maybe also healing some wounding from the past, and really take your time to nurture yourself, slow things down a little bit, not to rush in whatever things you feel like you want to accomplish, and this nurturing and more like slow life focus for then kind of like really blossoming more into a even more I don't want to say better version of yourself, but more embodied version of yourself. I want to show you as well this one from up close. It's like, I feel like this is a little bit the main focus within the month of like blossoming into the best version of yourself, with all the gift that you want to offer and with all the beautiful qualities that you have. And there is like this feeling of like this overall energy to want to heal wherever in the past has been holding you back. Next, we have the key challenges within the month of July, or maybe possible obstacles. And we have the Five of Pentacles as well as the card of letting go. So I'm getting different messages here. So the overall feeling is that there has been a loss. There already has been a loss of some kind. For some of you, might have been a financial loss. Maybe you lost your job. Maybe you lost some money. Maybe even like a loved one has passed, or a relationship you really cared about has ended. And there is this feeling of loss. And one of the challenge that you might be facing within the month of July, I feel, is like this energy of fully letting go of whatever you lost, because there is still like an emotional attachment to whatever that was. And I feel like it might be coming out for you within the month of this kind of like, I do want to let go, but almost not feeling that you know fully how to let it go, and to kind of like step into a new phase or a new chapter. So having to deal with this feeling of like, yeah, struggling to really kind of move ahead and fully let go what happened in the past, and as well the emotional pain associated to it. And that's why I feel like as well there is a connection with the overall energies wanted to heal, because it is something that currently is holding you back on some level, whether it's conscious or unconscious. Next, we have any hidden influences or factor that you're still not aware within the month of July. And we have the Death card, as well as a card of surrender with letting go. The letting go is present, trust and expansion. So I feel like what you're not aware of as an hidden influence is that for how painful the loss was, or whatever you lost or you're grieving, there is an incredible opportunity in it to really fully transform, to really fully like begin a complete new chapter, and to like, while you find a way to let go, you can actually not only go back to the place where you were before this loss, but also grow further there, like and expand more. So really to have, like, I feel like you have an opportunity that you might be not fully aware, because it's more focused on what you lost in the past instead of like the future and looking I don't want to say upward, but looking forward. And there is a huge capacity for transformation and for upgrading yourself, for healing whatever it was that make you grieve, but as well to kind of go to the next level of what you wanted to achieve or where you wanted to grow in whichever area. So like these loss represent an incredible opportunity for you, that within the month of July you can have the opportunity to already have this blossoming, this transformation, if you allow yourself to let go as much as you can and just trust the process and trust this blossoming feeling. And I want to show you that. I love how perfect cards are, but you see the feeling, almost a letting go, surrendering of this card, of the Death card. And then if you can look up close, there is the image of the person in this surrendering card, which is the same, almost the same position of this, literally this kind of like, I'm surrendering to the process, I'm surrendering to the transformation. So I love that they have they hold a very similar image of even the body position, where like this surrendering, this giving up almost to the process, and allowing the letting go to happen, and allowing the transformation to take place as well. So huge opportunity here. Next we have any unexpected surprise, blessing, or opportunity that we can look into a bit more within the month of July. We have the Strength card, as well as the Poet card with Inscribe, Envision, Write, Recite. So I feel like a huge blessing and opportunity that is coming through specifically within the month of July is the fact that you have the capacity, from this place of transformation, from this place of surrendering, from this place of letting go, to rewrite your story, to envision what you want to manifest and where you want to go from now forward, and to bring it to life, and to also reconnect with your own strength, because you have a huge amount of strength. The Strength card will not be here if you didn't have this huge amount of inner strength. That shows that you can transform, you can blossom in the best version of yourself, and you can let go of whatever loss that you've been going through within the past, and you can completely envision and manifest the life that you want, really. But this part of like it's really like, now the opportunity that you have within the month of July is really taking the time to envision the life, the next chapter that you want to have. And hopefully it depends what works best for you, to kind of put it down in some way, shape, or form. So if you're more like a writer, then to write it down, to journal it down. I would say probably daily, to really kind of like get even down into the more nitty gritty details of like, what is that you want to manifest? How do you want your life to look like? And how do you want your life to feel like? Or like, if you're more of a visual person, you can do like these vision boards, and there are so many ways that you can do that, by either do it like printing stuff out, cutting like images from pieces of like journals or like magazines, or even like do an online version of that, like a digital version of that, where you, maybe not daily but weekly, you add additional images of what you want to manifest, of your life, of the feeling that your life you want it to have, or maybe even both, like the vision board and the writing. But you have this incredible opportunity within this month of July of really like step forward in your life, envision and make the steps towards the life that you want to manifest, and to really reconnect with the inner strength that you have, and the confidence that you can do this, you can move on, you can blossom, and you can walk into the next chapter of your life with your head held high and proud of who you are and what you are walking towards. So yes, very beautiful energy. Next we have the overall outcome of the month based on the current energy, and we have the Hanged Man, as well as Capricorn with ambition, resilience, authenticity, and determination. So yes, I feel like the month of July will give you the opportunity to, number one, have a little bit of a pause. I feel like within this process, this month, within this letting go, within this transformation, there is almost like a pause where, as we said at the beginning, there is a slowing down of things, because there is so much happening internally. And this pause will allow you to have a brand new perspective, envision like a very new life, transform into a version of yourself that is ready to blossom. And there is a lot of like resilience that is gonna come through. I feel like you're gonna come through from this month feeling way more determined and ambitious in what you want to manifest. Actually also way more practical, way more down to earth, because I feel like after all the writing and envisioning, you know the details, you know the steps, you feel like you know, you have a very clear picture of the next step to take and the vision that you want to manifest. So I feel like is like the main feeling that comes through is like a reboot of your system, of your being. I feel like some of you, one message that just came through as well, that some of you might be also working on strengthening your body and like and go through a physical transformation. Maybe because as well another type of loss, maybe it can be like a job loss again, or a relationship loss, where you feel like you wanted to transform in a stronger version of yourself, and there is a lot of work like coming through within the month of July with this. And I feel like at the end of the month you're gonna come out of it way stronger, way more clear after this envisioning, this pause, this letting go. And there's gonna be like a blossoming or a transformation that's gonna happen where you're gonna be able to shine after this. You're totally gonna be able to step in this more authentic and clear direction and clear position, where you're just gonna go exactly for what you want and to manifest the life that you want. So we're gonna take some extra cards just to see what other message we have for you. We have the Crystal Cave with Trust, and I feel like trust is gonna be a big part of your process this month, because of like there is a lot, especially within the letting go and the transformation, there is a lot that you cannot control. This is actually the opposite of controlling. It's completely surrendering. It's completely letting go what the process is going to bring, and trusting that it's going to bring exactly what you need. So yeah, trust is a key factor within this process, within the month of July for you. But it's going to bring you so much transformation. Like you can see, I love this. There's so much jewels in this cave, you know, like it's a crystal cave. There is so many gifts for you, so many opportunities within this process and within this trust that this month of July is going to give you an incredible level of opportunity and transformation if you're strong enough to trust the process. And then we have, I love that, Bluebird Spirit with Happiness. I feel like it's going to be setting the base for like a rebirth, a complete transformation, where you're gonna live your life from a place of joy and happiness, not from a place of loss or looking at what was lacking, not from a place of tuning into what were you missing or what you didn't get or what you what didn't work out. So you're gonna have a completely different outlook after the month of July of life and how you perceive things and how you're going to live certain things. So I'm really excited for you, dear pile number 1. And then we have Revive. I breathe life into all projects. I feel like with this, maybe there were some, and I feel like you're going to get a lot of clarity, especially if you do like some journaling, writing within the month of July. But I think you're going to get like the opportunity as well to reconnect with some ambitions or project that you had in the past, that because of this sort of lack mindset or loss that you had, you kind of like put aside. But there is something there that maybe it's just one thing, maybe it's even multiple things, multiple projects, but there is something that you maybe let go of, like you didn't give it energy to, or didn't nurture, that is actually valuable for you to nurture. But you will know you will know what it is just by taking the time to really envision your life and what you want to manifest, and to either, again, like as we said before, the vision board or the writing. Because once you kind of have that picture clear, I feel like you're going to be like unstoppable. You're going to be like a train, you know, once it's kind of like put in motion is like you're gonna be just so determined and resilient about what is that you want to bring to life. So I'm very, very excited for you, my dear pile one. I hope this tarot pick a card reading resonated. You're very welcome to let me know in the comments, and hopefully this month of July 2024 will bring you the best transformation and result possible. And if you feel like inspired to support me, you can subscribe to the channel as well as liking this video. I'll be super grateful, and I'm hoping to see you in my next one. Bye! Hello pile 2, if you chose this piece of Lapis Lazuli, then this is your reading on your prediction for the month of July 2024. So I'm very excited to see what we got for you, and we're gonna get immediately into it. So I'm gonna show first all the tarot cards for this reading, and then we're gonna get into each one of them one by one. So we have first the Four of Cups, and we have the Wheel of Fortune, as well as the Devil, the Four Wands, very nice, and the Knight of Pentacles, very nice. Okay. I also feel like mentioning again, I already mentioned this in the introduction, but just a kind of a reminder that by this being a pick a card tarot reading on YouTube, please only take with you what resonates. And if you hear something that it doesn't feel like is pertinent to you, completely leave it out. You don't have to take it with you. So back to the reading, we begin with the Four Cups and the Ring Around the Moon with Protection, as well as Country Road with Imperfection and Journey. And these three cards represent the overall energy of the month of July. So what I'm feeling for you is that within the month of July, there is like an inward focus. I feel like you might be going a bit on a retreat, or like having this general attitude of like tuning in more and working on yourself, and also restoring your energy. And I feel like you're gonna be really, really good with boundaries towards other people. Like you're gonna be able to quote unquote protect yourself if you feel like that some people don't have the energy or the environment that you want. I feel like you're gonna become really good and strong with tuning in into yourself, doing the inner work that you need. Where I feel like with Imperfection and Journey, there is a process of like embracing your imperfections, and like it's pretty much an internal journey. But where like within all of this process, your boundaries have become really, really good. So you're actually able to progress in your internal journey, but as well like be very protected by any negative influence, because your boundaries are right on point. And I feel it's something that you've been working already towards since a while. So like you're becoming, in a sense, stronger. Next, we have the possible challenge or obstacle that you might be facing within the month of July. And we have the Wheel of Fortune as well as Phoenix Rising. So I'm getting a very interesting message for this. So I feel like a possible challenge that you might perceive within the month of July is that things are going to shift fast. They're going to change really fast within the month of July, and you might be almost taken off guard by that. Like, I feel like you've been doing and putting a lot of work towards something specific, and specifically as well towards yourself and your growth and your empowerment and what you wanted to achieve and accomplish. But in a sense, you almost forgot that eventually you're gonna get results out of it, and there's gonna be like a huge shift coming in within the month of July that almost will take you like off guard, you know, like almost you didn't expect it, even though you've been putting the work for whatever you wanted to achieve, you know. So it's this kind of like, it's not really like, it doesn't feel so much about like a real obstacle, but almost something that just kind of like for a second kind of like confuse you, like, what do you mean? Like things are just finally like clicking in and kind of putting into place, and things are kind of like moving very fast towards the direction that you wanted. So there's gonna be like a big shift happening in within the month of July. Next, we have the hidden influences, or elements that you might not be aware of. And we have the devil as well as the owl card with wisdom, independent thinking, and enlightenment. So I feel like what you are not fully aware of is the fact that, you know, you might be getting really surprised at one point things might be shifting in your way. But the reality of it is that you've been working really hard for that. I feel like you've been working a lot on healing negative patterns. If you had some toxic people or patterns in your life, I feel like you've been really working towards healing that, finding your wisdom, your own independence, and like going and taking action towards living a more healthy and balanced life. And I feel like you, even though you did the work, you didn't necessarily give yourself the credit for it. And then once the shift came, it kind of took you by surprise. But it's honestly just the payoff of everything that you've been done in the past, and the effort that you've been putting on into working on yourself and whatever project you had. I feel like a lot of, even if you are working towards a project or like a relationship, I feel like you've done a lot of work within yourself to get to that place. It's like the phoenix rising, like you kind of like rise, or you're about to rise from your own ashes. So like a total rebirth type of hero move. Very, very beautiful and very empowering. But again, it's not given freely to you. You did the work. You did the work. So to kind of like acknowledge that, you know, and can also give a pack on, how do you say it? Like a pack on your back? No, wait. You know what I mean. No need to kind of continue that. So yes, congratulate yourself for all the work that you've done, because you're about to get really the success of your hard work or what you were working towards. Next, we have the unexpected blessing or surprise or opportunities that will come through within the month of July. And we have the Four of Wands, which I'm very excited about. And we have, this is beautiful, we have Love Maker with love, give, receive, and be. Let's see if you can see the face. Look how happy she is in this picture. I love this. I feel like within the month of July, you, as I was saying just a second ago, you're gonna get the result of something that you've been working forward. There is a celebration within the month of July awaiting for you of some achievement. I feel like it can be like a marriage after like a relationship, or maybe something that you had to work through. It can be like you get in a relationship. I feel like for a good majority of you, we're talking about a new relationship that is finally very healthy, very much balanced, and very much where you can express yourself, and there is real sense of love and give and receive, like a very balanced, equal relationship. But I feel like it can also be a job. There is some celebration of some sort coming up for you within the month of July, where you're just gonna be ecstatic. I'm gonna show you this one again because, I mean, her face says it all. Like there is so much joy and so much, I feel like so much authenticity of being able to be yourself and rejoice in that, and rejoice with that alignment and that excitement. There is so much vitality and love for life. So I feel like within the month of July, you might have started the month kind of like going a bit more inward, but by the end of the month, it will be different the time for each one of you, like when this shift or this celebration is going to happen. It can be as well towards the end of the month, but it's going to be such a beautiful celebration of something that will feel extremely aligned. It will bring you so much joy and so much aliveness and so much happiness. There is true sense of happiness. Next, we have the overall outcome of the month based on the current energies. And we have the Knight of Pentacles, as well as Scorpio with magic, sexuality, intensity, and secrecy. So yeah, I feel like for some of you, there is a new relationship on the horizon that will be kind of like materialized within the month of July. And For some of you, like the relationship that you already have will consolidate even more. I feel like there will be maybe an even deeper layer of connection within the month of July, like reaching a deeper layer. And I feel like I want to mention that all of this gift, everything you're going to receive out of the month of July, they are all because of, again, I said it before, but I feel like I want to say it again, all the work that you really did in the past. These are no free gifts. You worked for them. You know, like you manifested that person, you manifested that job, you manifested a deeper connection with the person that you're ready with, or marriage. So I feel like there is either like a new person or like a deepening of the relationship that you currently have within the month of July, or as well like a new job or opportunity. And I feel like if it's job related, there will be a new person coming in your life that could be maybe your collaborator, somebody that will be either your boss or your employer, like employee, where they will be really hardworking, somebody you can really rely on, somebody that you feel like immediately, like when you see them, you're like, I want to work with this person. There is this immediate trust and this immediate sense of like, I want to work with this person. You know that what they bring to the table, and you know it's valuable, and you know you can build very exciting things. So there is something that you're gonna celebrate within the month of July, whether it's the relationship, depending on the relationship that you currently have, or a new job or a new business partner. So either way, it's gonna be something that you're gonna celebrate that you worked for internally, and then you manifested it from the outside. So very excited to see what you're actually gonna manifest within the month of July. So next we're gonna pick some additional card to see if there is some more messages that want to come through for you in the month of July 2024 from my dear pile 2. What we have here, I feel like this card is calling. We have Foggy Bog with Patience. I feel like, you know, like this, listening to this right now is like, it might be like, oh my god, okay, I want this shift right now. Or I want this like unexpected shift to happen like immediately. I feel like until it happens, it's important that you do have the patience and you do keep doing the work, internal work that you're doing, because is extremely valuable, and it is what it will bring you to the celebration that we were talking about. But other than that, you already done all the work that you needed to do. So awesome on that. And then we have Mentoring Pathway with Flow. I feel like very soon within the month of July, there is gonna be such a natural flow of things that, you know, like, and that's where when you kind of will begin this flow, and things will start to shift. It will seem that it will happen really, really fast, but you know, it's just because things are getting flow, and you've already done all the work that you needed to in order to get to that point, you know. So things will feel like, I feel like things will feel much easier than you expected because they're gonna be in flow, you know. So that's also a part that you're like, what? I did not see that. Kind of like it's gonna be almost this sudden change that you're like, how come now things are extremely in flow? And they feel extremely easy. So I feel like things will feel like so light and easy because of that. Oh, I love that. We have the last card is My Ideal Self, and I'm gonna show you. It's like, you know, same sort of meditation position of the first card that we were looking at. I feel like within the month of July, you know, you're really gonna bring to reality what you've been, as I said before, what you've been working for, you know, like, and it's you through manifesting the most ideal version of yourself that you're gonna manifest everything else, whether it's the relationship, deeper connection with your partner, new business partner, or new job, and the life that and the celebration that you're gonna have is just gonna be a reflection of this part of you that has done the work, that has worked through things that were holding you back. So it's kind of like, I see them as these flowers around, you know, like extension of you that blossom from this new version of you that you really honestly been working for already since a while. So I just feel like it's a congratulation top of you for you within this month. And again, it's good if you give yourself a hug or you give yourself like a pat in the back for all the hard work that you already have done, because you're very close to, within this month as well of July, to achieve a really good level of success and celebration for something that you did work hard for. So I'm very excited for you, my dear pile, too. I hope this video resonated, and I'm excited to see what's going to come for you within this month of July 2024. And if you feel like supporting me, you can subscribe to the channel as well as liking this video. I'll be super grateful, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in my next one. Bye! Hello pile 3, if you chose this piece of crystal or a quartz, then this is your reading on your prediction for the month of July 2024. Very excited to see what we got for you. So we're going to begin with first laying all the tarot cards that we got. And we have first the Six of Pentacles, and then we're going to go through each one of them. We have the Temperance card. We have the High Priestess, very nice. Okay. We have the Seven of Swords. And we have, Divine Wisdom. This is actually an extra card of this deck, so it's very specific just to this deck. And it's still considered a major arcana, so it doesn't really come up often. So with that, we have 3 major arcana in this reading, so it feels like it's gonna be quite a powerful month for you, dear pile 3. Wonderful, this July, exciting. So let's have a look at the first set of cards, which they really represent the overall energy of the month. So we saw already that we have the Six of Pentacles. We have as well the Moon reflection with accept responsibility. And what else we got? I'll try to fit everything in. Let's see. Okay. And then we have belonging with togetherness and welcoming. So I feel like in terms of overall energy for your month of July, I get like a specific sense of you wanting to find, like you really going for your purpose, your mastery, your like you like going for your embodiment, empowerment. I feel like there is a stepping into, especially with accept responsibility, like almost accepting your path, your purpose, where you're supposed to be, and like create a sense of like belonging between your current life and the life that you feel like is meant to be for you in terms of your path. And I feel like you're doing that from a place of, with the Six of Pentacles, from a place of like wanting to have something balanced, whether it is your work, your relationship, to have an equal amount of give, have an equal amount of take, and have it so that it feels like completely balanced and in harmony. But with this really strong sense of like, the phrase that I'm hearing is like that you're finally ready. Like there is something in you that it feels like very ready to belong to your path, to belong to your purpose, and to accept it and embody and literally to go for it. I keep hearing like this, being ready and going for it with something that feels very aligned, that you kind of like get a sense that it's something that you haven't fully yet stepped into it. Maybe you kind of like, you wanted to do maybe for a long period of time, or has always been there but you never really dared, or you started already a little bit but you just really literally just beginning as we speak, you know, like you recently kind of, you know, like dipped your toes into the water, and then now there is, in July, there is this feeling like, okay, I'm ready to go full in, I'm ready, you know. So I'm keep getting this feeling that this feeling of being ready to embody fully yourself as well. Beautiful clear energy, I love that. Next we have the possible challenges or obstacles that could come up in the month of July. So we have the Temperance card as well as sexuality. And here I'm getting like a specific message where one of the challenge that could come up within this process of fully going for it and fully embody your sovereignty and your power and embodying, like, in a sense, almost your dreams, so the best version of yourself, is that there might be some struggle to find balance as well with what I call like the lower instinct, you know, like either like negative patterns or a sense of addiction or toxic behaviors, like even like what we define as coping mechanism, like things that will come up there, like come from a more dense frequency, and they might show up and they might lure you into like, oh, you know, but instead of doing what you're supposed to do, you can, you know, watch Netflix for 10 hours, you know, like as an example, just a random example. But something that is more dense, that is, especially was in the past, like a pattern in which either you procrastinated or you kind of like took away the focus on what you really needed to do. And it was an unhealthy coping mechanism. So it feels like that within the month of July, with you wanted to go for it, you want to kind of like step in, there might be traces of this coming up, and you try to balance them out with everything that you have in mind that you want to go for, or everything that you want to embody. Next, we have the hidden influences or elements that you might not be aware of in regarding the situation regarding the month of July. And we have the High Priestess as well as the Trinity card with balancing decision, priorities, adapting to change. So I feel like with these cards, like what I feel like you're not fully aware of is the fact that you're highly intuitive. Like you have, to the point of being psychic, you know, to the point of having psychic qualities that you might have not fully tapped into it, but they're there. It's just about you choosing to use them. And I feel like even though you always get clear messages, clear senses of what you were supposed to do, where your intuition was guiding you, there was some priorities that were kind of like going against that. And I feel that these maybe decision that you made in the past and different priorities came from something outside of you. So maybe either the mentality of the people around you, the values of the family, the society that you had, or the partner that you had. And they influence you to the point of not necessarily following your intuition and fully maybe go to do a type of job that was more your calling, or to be with a specific person, or just make a series of decisions that were not necessarily fully aligned with your soul and with your intuition. But I feel your intuition has been always present, has been always there, as is there now. And is more whether you listen, you choose to open up to it and listen to it, and kind of live completely let fall whatever opinion that comes from other people, whether also you care about them or not, to prioritize your own intuition and the message that you get with your intuition. And I feel like this within the month of July plays an important aspect in the next step that you're gonna take, and also in facing whatever like a pattern that you might have showing up within this month. Next, we have the unexpected surprise, blessing, or opportunities that the month of July will bring you. And we have the Seven of Swords, as well as the musician card with shine, play, invoke, and express. I'm loving this vibe. I feel like it feels like very throat chakra related, but I feel like there's gonna be a moment of like radical honesty with yourself within this month, where like you like, okay, you know, like fully opening up to your intuition, fully opening up to what you know, your responsibility towards your purpose, toward your soul, and you're gonna have either full clarity if you didn't have it yet, or you're gonna start to make steps towards whether it is like a dream, a hobby, a job that always inspired you, always was like where you always had a calling that you never really allow yourself to go for. And this can be as well like a person, if we're talking about a relationship, but like something that has always called you in a way that feels like that your soul was calling you to that. And there is an element of expressing what this thing, person, hobby, new job is, and to become fully aware of it, and to also go for it, and to make steps to go for that, whatever that may be. And I feel like is whatever this path is a path that will make you shine. It will make you fully express yourself, and there is like the element of like, it's where you can listen fully to your intuition and that high priestess that we were talking about, and it kind of goes further away from whatever opinion that other people had that hold you back, or whatever like unhealthy pattern that you used in the past with the lower frequencies. I feel like this is a really high vibration, either thing, job. It can even be like a hobby that is very, very important to your soul to achieve, because it's very, very linked with your growth and with you embody your soul purpose. So I feel like it's gonna be fully coming into place within the month of July. And if you were not aware before, then at least you're gonna get the awareness and the clarity of what this is, so you can make step towards it. And if you already were aware of what that was, then already making step towards making it happen, start doing it and fully like going for it. There is an element of fully going for it, and an element of radical honesty on what this job, person, hobby is, and not having anything anymore that holds you back. So it's beautiful. And I feel like there is a lot of communication that's going to happen with this. I feel like this blue is really prominent, and with the throat chakra, I feel like this expressing it. There is a lot of expressing what this is, be open about it, talking, like not having it as a secret, or not having it as pretending that that is not the case for you. So just kind of being really open about it as well. So very nice energy. Next, we have the overall outcome for the month of July. And we have for this the divine wisdom that I was saying before. And then we have Aquarius with uniqueness, idealism, vision, and activism. So the divine wisdom card is a card that really represents the goddess represented here is the goddess is Isis, right? And this is the card that really encourages you to either activate and also reclaim your own sovereignty, your power, and helps you awaken like your soul purpose and your healing path. And this feels like very much aligned, because this is a very special card that rarely comes out. So it feels like whatever this hobby, passion, wherever this may be, is really linked with this divine wisdom, with your soul purpose. And for how small it can seem to somebody else, like this is something extremely important for you and for your journey. And I feel like it's just gonna unlock like the best way I can express it is like it's gonna unlock a door, in which you can walk through and have like all the pieces of yourself that make you unique, all your vision just fully to come out, fully to be kind of like seen and embodied, and whatever was holding you back in the past will just become something that might show up here and there, but not something that will ever hold you back again. And there is this element of fully expressing yourself, being incredibly true to and aligned to who you are, going for it, and finding this path that is really aligned to your soul. and to your purpose. I'm getting some really beautiful goosebumps because actually I feel like I want to cry a little bit, like a good cry, you know. This is, it feels like almost like a relief of like finally, you know, like, and again, for how small it can seem to from the outside, whatever this thing is for you is huge. So don't look at it from the perspective of another person, because they might think like, oh, it's not a big deal, or this is just a hobby, or this is just a person, or this is just a job. But for you, it's really linked to the healing and the growth of your soul. So yeah, don't underestimate it, because it's a big month. It's a big month for you, and in a really good sense. We're gonna then pick some more cards to see what other message we have for your month of July 2024. We have Enchanted Fern Grotto with Refuge. I feel like with this card, I'm getting like a bit of a specific message, but I feel like this path, this person, career, that you're gonna either become aware of or walk path towards, I feel like it will become also ultimately your refuge. I feel like it's gonna be the refuge of your true self, the refuge of the divine wisdom part, the high priestess part, the intuition. Is like a mystical I'm getting like this mystical refuge, where it might start like as something, I'm not sure what I'm doing, and then it's gonna become this place where you can finally be your authentic self. Is gonna be like very nurturing, whatever that may be. It's gonna be very aligned. So in whatever moment that you feel like something will drag you down and you will feel down, you can always go back to that place or doing that thing with that person, because it's gonna literally become, in the months to come, I feel like not just within the month of July, but it's gonna become your refuge, like your mystical and spiritual refuge. It's very nurturing, the feeling. Next we have Guardians of the Land with Protection, and I feel like it's something that I'm getting this specific feeling of, it's you first, and I love that they have very similar color. I feel like they're an extension of them. These two cards are like an extension of each other. I feel like it's first is you having to protect this mission, this path, this person, this job, this hobby, and then the protection will be for you, you know, like you first to nurture this baby and this path and this thing, and then afterwards it will protect you and will give you refuge. But you have to begin by protecting it yourself and prioritizing it as well. If other people have a different opinion, if other people don't agree, whether even if it's people that you love, but your intuition knows, your soul knows what is best for you and your path, and to really fully allow yourself to follow that and to protect it if from other people's opinion, from other people's views and values, and to make sure that you let it enough space to grow and to evolve in something that will become then as well your protection. I love this. Lastly, we have Flow. And I feel like there is a moment within the month of July where, you know, like once either this is going to become more apparent what the path is and the mission that you have, or once you kind of like have this moment of like radical honesty where it's like, okay, it's time. I'm going for it, you know, like I'm fully going for embodying that mission, that part of me, that person. Like it will be full flow. There is a point where whatever of the obstacles that we were talking about will hold you back with the denser frequency. Once you get to this place of radical honesty and like, yes, I'm actually going for it, it will be flow, and it will feel much easier and more flowing. So it's not something that necessarily will feel like hard or like dense, you know, like, so there will be a moment that maybe you will need to face some uncomfortable feeling, but after that will be like sort of a smooth sailing. So Very excited for you, my dear pile 3. I hope this reading for the month of July 2024 resonated with you. You're very welcome to let me know in the comments. And if you would like to support me, you can subscribe to the channel as well as liking this video. I will be super grateful. And I'm hoping to see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, pile 3. If you chose this piece of citrine, then this is your reading on your prediction for the month of July 2024. So I'm really excited to see where we go for you. We're gonna first place all the tarot cards, and then we're gonna see each one of them and the clarifier of the oracle cards. So we have, to begin with, we have the Four of Swords. Afterwards we have the Hierophant. I really love this card. It's very, very beautiful, very mystical. I love this deck specifically as well. Sorry, that was a bit of a digression. Then we have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Fool. And lastly, we have the Five of Wands. Very interesting. Okay, so let's see the first set of cards, which they really represent the overall energy of the month of July. So we have, to begin with, the Four of Swords, as well as Quicksilver Moon with changes. Sorry, I'm gonna move some things around to fit everything in. Okay. So Four of Swords, changes, and healing power with healing and transition. So I'm feeling that the overall energy for your month of July, there is a specific sense of rest and recuperation. So and I feel like actually there is also a need for that. I feel that you've been either in transition in the recent past or in the present, and there have been changes, and there is a moment that you need to recalibrate yourself and rest a little bit and heal and just recuperate and just have like a breather, you know. Like I feel like there's been, especially when there is like transitions, there is a moment that is important to just take a second and not either rush into new things or just to kind of like slow things down and just recharge and nurture yourself. So it feels like the energy of the month of July for you, the overall, is this clear need of like a little bit of a recharge. And I feel like this is specifically for the beginning of the month, of like rest a bit more, integrate whatever shift and change and transition, and heal whatever feels like a little bit kind of like unsettled, especially if the nervous system feels unsettled, to just kind of like smooth the nervous system as well. Next up, we have the possible challenges or obstacles that you might be facing within the month of July. And we have the Hierophant as well as sexual arts. Here I'm getting a specific message of, I'm feeling like one challenge that may come up within the month of July is it could be like a choice between different paths, or different jobs, or different people, or different surroundings, where one of the choices is a bit more traditional, institutional, a bit more kind of structured, and the other choice is very much more based on spontaneity and creativity and completely kind of like the polar opposite of the institutional part. And I feel like there is like this gap of like, you know, like it feels like you know already the path, but there is like something that holds you back a little bit to fully kind of go for the option that feels the most aligned to you. I'm getting a specific message right now. It might resonate for just a few of you. But I feel like one of the fear that is there is the fear of being alone and doing this alone the path that you choose or the choice that you make, to have to do it alone. And there is like the as soon as it came through that information, it came with a feeling of like me wanting to cry, of like feeling like very very vulnerable, with the idea of like, oh, you know, like I want to do it alone, you know, like, and that's what I feel like is holding you back from going for the option that feel the most true and aligned to you. Because I feel like these two options, whether it's jobs, people, keep getting as well spiritual path, you know, like they're very very opposite, and I feel like you know which one is more nurturing for you, but that fear of like being scared of doing alone is quite present, and holds you back from making this decision and making this step, or just to fully dive into one of the option or one of the path. Next, we have the hidden influences that you might not be aware of within the month of July regarding this situation. And we have the Three of Pentacles, as well as Ascension with transformation, end of cycle, beginnings. So I feel like with this, yeah, this I feel like is quite connected with the fear. I feel like the part that is not fully like aware, like you're not fully aware of, is that there is a part of you that would like to collaborate, would like to do, even if it's a job, but you would like to do that with somebody else, and not just to anybody, to have somebody to have in your team that you feel fully aligned, that there is a sense of celebration, that you are part of something that really nurtures you and you nurture them, and it's something that feels like really nourishing within this, like a community, or like co-workers, or like the family member, like the family members of the partner that you would like to choose. Like you feel like, I feel like there is an element of like that is quite unconscious, I feel, that would like to have like external support of the people around that. And I feel like there is united in, like you have it within you, this element of wanting to transform, to ascend, and to turn into from the cocoon to a butterfly, and it's just so ingrained within you. But there is just this fear of having to do it alone that holds you back, because in reality you already know, you're already like with what you want to accomplish and the transformation, the ascension that you want, you already know the path that you're supposed to take. But this element of not wanting to be alone with that, to have the community, to have more people around that support that path is quite present. And it's, I feel like as well, a lot of it is a bit unconscious. Next, we have the unexpected surprise, blessing, or opportunities within the month of July. And we have the Fool, as well as Divine. I love the colors of this card. With Calibrate, Connect, Stabilize, and Personify. So here I'm getting like, oh yeah, I'm getting a specific message that, like, I feel like many of you are very spiritual people. Like, it's just, yeah. I feel like for many of you, what I'm talking about is really linked to different spiritual path and finding like the correct spiritual community. As I said, it could also be referring to a job, but either ways, I feel like you are a very spiritual person, independently of whether this is connected to a relationship, a job, or a spiritual path. And I feel like the one unexpected blessing that is really going to come through within the month of July is that there's going to be a new beginning. There's going to be a new beginning. I feel like it's going to be brought literally to you as almost a miracle, but like as a gift from the divine, from the universe, from whatever you want to, whatever name you give to it. And it will help you to fully like stabilize within, after all the transition and changes. It will help you to recalibrate and it will give you this new beginning of the path that is, or the job or the person that is the most aligned to you for your growth or your evolution, your ascension. And it's like, it's gonna be, I feel like it's gonna be gifted to you by the universe. There is no specific thing that you need to do, or like the universe will just present. I feel like it will just present it to you. And it will give you the option to really walk through this door and to have this beginning where you will be fully trusting. You will come in, like whatever fear that was in the past, it will just not hold you back at that point. You will just step into, as the fool steps into a journey with full trust, with full surrendering, and with full like open heart and like excitement for this new chapter, new journey that is coming to you. So I feel like this is literally a blessing from the divine for you. So very, very beautiful. What a month of July you're gonna have, my dear pile 4. This is very exciting. Next we have the outcome of the month of July based on the current energies that we discussed. And we have the 5 of Wands, as well as Jupiter with expansion, lack of wisdom and teaching. Nice. I feel like the outcome really in this sense is like whatever conflict, whatever opposition, whatever like feeling of different path and fear that you had presented in front of you before you made a shift and before you make that beginning step for your new journey is completely gonna fade. It will just simply disappear. And I feel like there is a lot of luck coming your way, and I feel like it's all like really it's the universe bringing you like a present. And again, I keep feeling like this, you've been very, very spiritual. There is a lot of wisdom and expansion that is going to happen for you within the month of July. And I feel like this gift for the universe, from the universe, that this new beginning that is going to come for you within the month of July is going to bring you like a sort of like tenfold of expansion of wisdom. You might even start to begin to teach and share your wisdom, share as I said, if you're very spiritual, share your spiritual teaching, share something of either healing or whatever that is your field, that is your mission. So the month of July will just allow you to begin this journey. I feel like for some of you, like the journey that you're going to begin is actually the journey of teaching and sharing your wisdom in whatever field that might be. And there is so much, like, I want to show you the face of, like, look at the face. There is so much joy and enlightenment and expansion within this new chapter, new beginning that is gonna begin for you as well in the month of July. That is gonna, I feel like it's gonna bring you so much shift and so much depth and so much ascension and transformation that, yeah, it's just even hard to put into words. I feel like it's gonna be a very potent shift for you this month. And yeah, I just honestly cannot wait for you to experience it all and see all the blessing that's gonna come through within this month. Next, we're gonna pick like a few more cards for some extra messages to see what else the universe would like to let you know. We have Wood Nymph with Beauty. Love this. Oh, the first message that came through, and I feel like I want to cry again a little bit. I just like a message literally from the universe of like, you're beautiful. You know, you're a beautiful, beautiful soul. And to never question that, to never forget that. And there is so much beauty that you bring also to other people's life with your presence, with your being, with your vibration, and to really like acknowledge your light and the beauty. It's not so much the aesthetical beauty here that we talk about, but really the beauty of your soul. You know, I feel like you have a beautiful, beautiful soul that irradiates light and affect very positively the people around. And I feel like it's important to as well acknowledge it, and for you to hear it, and for you to kind of receive it and say, okay, thank you, instead of like, oh no, that's not me, no. Please receive this, this is straight up from the universe. You are beautiful. And then we have tickets of thorns with uncertainty. I feel like within this shift, like within the present moment, there is still, I understand there is still uncertainty, because you might have like the fear that we were talking about, and there might be like the path hasn't been chosen for you, like you haven't fully stepped into that path yet, and the blessing of the new beginning hasn't arrived yet, and you don't know. From this point, even after this reading, you don't know exactly what path we're talking about, or like how the universe is gonna deliver you this beginning, because that's the whole point. You have no clue, because that is not something that you plan, that you do, and is like you can kind of like make plans. No, it's the universe just bringing you something as a miracle, as a present, as a gift, and you have absolutely no control over it. So I understand there is a sense of uncertainty within that, because there is no control. But I can promise you that there is so much positive expansion and luck that is going to come in your way, that is going to be for your transformation and ascension. So to trust the process, even in the face of uncertainty, which is the main thing, I feel like, to really trust the universe as your back. Oh, this came as well for the last group. We have the card of flow. I feel like once there is a point, I feel like once you kind of acknowledge the fear, like look at the different path that you have, or the decision that you have to make, that something will shift and things will just enter and flow. It's like a mechanism that once you kind of click, it will just kind of start to run super smoothly and without any type of effort. Especially once the new beginning will be presented to you, it will be pure flow, pure ease, pure, like smoothness. So it's gonna be there for you, especially if you come from a phase of transitioning, of changes, and needing rest, like especially within the first weeks of July is going to be so appreciated for you to have, after when this new beginning happens, to have flow and to have like no resistance, no pushbacks. So I'm very excited for you, my dear pile number 4, for all the beautiful things coming to you within the month of July 2024. I'm hoping that you're going to have a fantastic month. You're very welcome to let me know in the comments if you resonated with the reading. And if you feel like you would like to support me, you can subscribe to the channel as well as liking this video. I will be super grateful. And I'm hoping to see you in my next one. Bye!